Hi, my name is Bijal and I am a bibliotherapist and founder of Bibliotherapy, a bibliotherapy and literary curation practice. I'm also the author of the book Bibliotherapy, The Healing Power of Reading. I curate book prescriptions and provide online training in bibliotherapy. More detail of this can be found on my website, www.booktherapy.io. In this podcast, I share my knowledge and research on bibliotherapy, including the latest developments, science, and book recommendations. Join me every week where we take a deep dive into bibliotherapy. We release 2 episodes a week. Voicenotes from me, your resident bibliotherapist, and Ask the Bibliotherapist, book recommendations for what's on your mind. Join our member-only subscription here and get access to all episodes and corresponding transcripts. I hope you enjoy the show, and if you'd like a bibliotherapist in your pocket, you might find my book, Bibliotherapy, The Healing Power of Reading, a helpful companion. It's available at any bookstore that you shop at. And don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and get new episodes as they're released. And as always, I love hearing from listeners. So if you'd like to get in touch, share any book recommendations or thoughts on bibliotherapy, you can do so at bijal@booktherapy.io. Thanks for listening. Hi everyone. In today's voice note, I wanted to discuss the role of fairy tales in bibliotherapy and psychoanalysis. Fairy tales have long been a subject of interest in psychoanalytic theory due to their rich symbolic content and universal themes. Freud's analysis of fairy tales often focuses on the following aspects. First, the unconscious mind, the repository of repressed desires, fears, and memories. Second, defense mechanisms, psychological strategies used by the ego to manage conflict between the id and the superego. Third, the Oedipus complex, a child's unconscious desire for the opposite sex parent and rivalry with the same sex parent. Fourth, dream analysis. Dreams reveal hidden aspects of the unconscious mind. And lastly, symbolism. Objects, characters, and events in stories and dreams often symbolize deeper psychological truths. Freud's essay, The Uncanny, penned in 1919, delves into the concept of the uncanny as something familiar, yet foreign, that evokes fear and discomfort. He used E.T.A. Hoffmann's story, The Sandman, as a key example exploring themes of repressed fears and desires. Freud believed that fairy tales, like dreams, are filled with symbolic representations of repressed desires and unconscious conflict. Elements such as magical transformations, quests, and encounters with monsters can be seen as expressions of inner psychological states. Fairy tales often reflect the psychological stages of development that Freud described. For example, stories involving separation from parents, such as Hansel and Gretel. These can be interpreted as addressing the challenges of childhood dependency and independence. Other psychological stages of development include family dynamics. Many fairy tales explore complex family relationships and Oedipal themes. Stories like Cinderella and Snow White involve rivalry, jealousy, and issues of parental favoritism, which can be analyzed through the lens of psychoanalytic theory. Wish fulfillment. According to Freud, fairy tales often serve as wish fulfillment fantasies, allowing readers to vicariously experience the resolution of conflict and the attainment of desires. For instance, the common motive of the hero or heroine overcoming adversity and achieving happiness can be seen as fulfilling a deeper-seated wish for success and recognition. Cinderella. We might interpret Cinderella's story as an expression of sibling rivalry and the Oedipal conflict. The cruel treatment by her stepmother and stepsisters can be seen as representing repressed hostility and jealousy, while her ultimate triumph symbolizes the resolution of these conflicts. Hansel and Gretel. The tale could be viewed as a narrative of abandonment and the struggle for independence. The children's journey into the forest and their defeat of the witch might symbolize overcoming the anxieties of growing up and gaining autonomy. Then there's Little Red Riding Hood. We might analyze this story in terms of sexual awakening and the dangers of straying from societal norms. The wolf can represent predatory sexuality, and Red Riding Hood's encounter with him can be seen as a cautionary tale about the loss of innocence. Freud's psychoanalytic approach has deeply influenced the interpretation of fairy tales in literature, psychology, and cultural study. Later psychoanalysts, like Carl Jung and Jacques Lacan, as well as scholars in various fields, have built on Freud's ideas to further explore the rich symbolic world of fairy tales. Freud's work invites readers to look beyond the surface of fairy tales and consider the deeper, often darker meanings that these stories can hold. This approach not only enriches our understanding of the tales themselves, but also offers insights into the human psyche and the universal experiences these stories reflect. Is there a fairy tale that resonates with you? And have you had an opportunity to dig a bit deeper? I'd love to know. Get in touch at bijal@bookTherapy.io. Lastly, you might enjoy my book, Bibliotherapy, The Healing Power of Reading, available at all bookstores, which charts a history of bibliotherapy. Until next time, wishing you a wonderful day. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you'd like to sign up to our online courses or try a personalized book prescription or bibliotherapy session, you can do so following the links in the show notes. And as always, I love hearing from listeners, so don't hesitate to drop me an email at bijal@booktherapy.io.